Hey you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to the channel. And today I am here to discuss Drag Race Brazil Season 1, Episode 3. First of all, before we get into anything, I just want to remind y'all to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. We will love you to the moon and back. For those of you who don't know, I will be reviewing this season by myself because my co-partner, my co-host, one of the bestest people I know in my life is busy, honey. She is busy. So I will be covering this season mostly by myself. There might be a switch up to might, but we'll have to see. So overall, this episode, I thought it was a good episode. It started off really good, but then we fell into that, how do I say this nicely? A drag race acting challenge. You know, I always have hopes when we get these acting challenges that maybe they'll be better. They're not, but I feel like the queens did the best that they could with the material that was given to them. Okay? So, I say let's quit all the dilly-dallying and let's get into the episode. So we start off the episode after Diva Moore left the competition. They're reading her message. They're talking about how they're going to miss her. And then, Miss Melusine here was all up in her feelings. She was sitting here basically saying that when the queens are lip syncing, that everybody needs to be quiet. And that you shouldn't be cheering for one or the other. Have you not watched the show? That's what they do. Heck, they even cheer for the ones that aren't doing that well. Remember, Charlie, let's go! And she was trying to say, well, how would you feel if you were in that situation? If I was up there lip syncing for my life, and I hear them cheering for the other one, that means I need to start working harder. Because clearly I'm not giving what's supposed to be give. So, yeah, that means I'm going to have to tune up and go hard. And if I go home, I go home. If I had a bad lip sync, I had a bad lip sync. Oh, boo-hoo. The queens behind me were rooting for someone else. Okay. It's not going to be the end of the world, honey. And, hold on, I got the screenshots. Because both Shannon and Organza were like, I'm going to keep doing it. And I don't blame them because it's just like, you can't tell me how to respond in that moment. Everybody knows that this is not a malicious, but yeah, I'm rooting for one queen over the other. We're human. There was this whole team, what you call it, at the end of every season. You're a team this person, team that person. They could be on somebody's team too. And then freaking Miranda tried to chime in. I'm like, girl, hush. I'm going to need you to be quiet on this one. I'm going to need you to be quiet. I just know, I hope, if y'all have to lip sync anytime this season, I hope Shannon and I hope Organza are cheering against you loudly. Get on! Get on! Because I know I would. Lucky I wasn't there because the lip sync that happened on this episode, I would have been cheering extra loud. Go Tristan! Go Dallas! Get on! Don't tell me what to do. Baby, ooh, baby, ooh, that really, I was like, what is going on in these streets? But I'm like, okay, we're starting on hot. We're starting in hot. So we come in the next day in the workroom, and there's a runway here. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, honey, I knew it had something to do with the mini challenge, and I'm like, maybe they're having to model for someone important. I was close. I was close to what they had to do. So they come in, they're chatting. Organza is talking about how she won the first pin of the season. And then afterwards the alarm goes off and Drag Queen gives the room out for this week. So Drag Queen enters the workroom and announces that they're going to have a mini challenge where they're going to have, I believe, 5 minutes to get into beauty pageant drag for the Miss Brazil 2023. First of all, I would be really mad because if I would have got my piece of paper and saw that, you know, I need a pageant look, I would think it would be for the runway. I'll be so mad to find out it's for a mini challenge. A mini challenge. But okay. Anyway, so they're going to walk the runway and then Drag Queen is going to ask them a pageant-like question. And whoever has the best answer wins. So, honestly, I really enjoyed this mini challenge. I thought it was cute, thought it was fun. Some of the answers were funny, but I agree with Drag Queen that Dallas DeVille just really. I love the I love the robot character. I know it's been overdone on Drag Race, but I love it. She really killed it, and because she won the mini challenge, she got a cash tip of 5,000 reinas. I believe I'm saying the right reinas. And also we find out. Oh, let's not forget Aquarela snatched her wig off. There's a time and a place, and that was not the time nor the place. She took it a lot better than me. Like I said, there's a time and a place, and it was neither one of those things. And she's like, no, that's not funny. But then again, Dallas handled it better than me. Not me. Not I, said the cat. Okay. So, as the winner of the mini challenge, she gets an advantage in the acting challenge that they're doing this week, and she gets to pick her role, while the rest of the queens have to fight it out for themselves. And we got a small little nyip between Naza and Shannon. And eventually Naza got the role, which I really think it... Honestly, watching how the acting challenge went, I do think Naza was the better choice for that role. But at the same time, I think Shannon got done dirty by being played the dead guy for 75% of the acting challenge, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So it is now time for the rehearsal for the acting challenge. We're joined by our directors, Drag Queen and Bruna. Normally we don't see the rehearsal. Usually we see them shooting said product, so it was weird seeing them out of drag and running through the scenes, but hey, it is what it is. So, Helena, my heart goes out to you. Thank you for sharing your story. We need to continue hearing these stories. We need to continue spreading education about HIV and about AIDS, because they are two separate things. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day. These are two separate things, honey. And her story had me crying. You should have seen me Wednesday morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, because when I got up, I'm like, oh, well, let me go ahead and turn on Drag Race Brazil while, I get ready. And you should have seen me on the edge of my bed just boo-hooing, reading her story. It was just like, oh my gosh. So, I love you, Helena. Thank you for sharing a piece of yourself with us. I was worried you was going to go home, honey, because Drag Race loves doing that. Oh, let's tell their story on their way out the door. So, I'm glad they didn't do that with you, because... yeah. So it's now time for the main stage, and they didn't give a clear shot of Drag Queen's outfit at the beginning. There's one at the end, so we'll talk about her look here in a second. So this week we're joined by Dudu Bertolini and Bruna Braga with our special guest judge, Hugo Gloss. So this outfit, I love it from the waist up. Waist up is everything. I'm like, look, hold on. It's everything. The second half, I love the legs. The legs is everything. I'm just not a big fan of this skirt that was made here. Not the biggest fan of the skirt, but overall good outfit. So it's now time for the runway, which is Supermodel. Hold on, I'll tell you the exact, I'll try to pronounce it. I wrote it down. I will try to pronounce it. Okay, it is Top Model Tupiniqueens. So basically, they have a top model look that they have to recreate. And let's start off with Shannon. I'm saying her name right, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon. I like this. For me, it was the hair choice. It looked a little dry. It did. The wig looked a little dry. But other than that, I really love the look. I love the legs. You know me, I love legs. So I love the legs. But yeah, the only thing I would change is the wig. And also bring it down a little bit. We're going into the 5-head territory. Just bring that down just a tad bit. Up next is Aquarela. I didn't care for this. I liked what... I don't like it. I see why she did what she did. She wanted to put her own spin on it, but at the same time, it didn't really compliment her, and it seems like it's about a size too big. You know, we've heard stories about queens going to Drag Race and start losing weight, so maybe that's why it fit when she got there. It didn't at this point, maybe, I don't know, but it didn't really work for me. It didn't. Up next is Dallas DeVille. Oh my Dallas. Oh my Dallas, honey. Like, you see this? This is a prime example what I ordered versus what I got. She tried. She really did. And it just, I was just sitting there, I'm like, oh, because the face is correct. I love that face. Love it. But it's just like everything else is a big no. Big no. Big no. Up next is Naza 8. Look at this. 8. And look at it side by side. Come on. I don't know how she didn't win this week. Honestly, we'll talk about this more, but I would have done a double win. Like the look, you see the inspiration. The makeup looks great. And just look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's so good. Up next is Elena. Now, this dress is gorgeous. I just don't see the resemblance. Like, yeah, you put some flowers on the dress, or you had flowers made. I'm not sure if she made or had somebody made. But I felt like it was just a little too, I don't even know what the word is. This is where LaCresha would come in and help me. I feel like there's not a reference. Like, when I look at these, I see two different outfits. They just both have flowers. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was more along the line of what she was referring. If I'm saying that correct. Lovely gown. Like, it's one of my favorites of the week. But to me, it doesn't fit the inspiration that she was taken from. I think I worded that correctly. Oh, stunning. All right, up next is, who's next? Oh, this is Malunzine Sparkle, Miss Sparkle here. And I did not particularly care for this. I didn't. I thought it was a lovely gown, lovely wig. Makeup was okay, but it just altogether it just didn't scream supermodel. And looking at the reference photo, I'm like, okay. It's the Wish version, but still, it's like a soft boot. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not good. You know what I'm saying? Up next is Tristan. I would have... let me see the reference again. It's in that category. I see where she was going. And for me, the shoes are a big no. A big no. I would have loved maybe if she would have done some boots with maybe a boot cover made of the same material of the actual garment. Or maybe even just a basic pump. Because with the knee-high boot and the long skirt here, it shortens the leg and it makes her look short. I'm all about making them legs look long and luscious. Yeah. Like, and it's just like small things. It would have just took it over to that next level for me. Ooh, that was rude. Maybe even if it was a little shorter. Yeah, maybe if it would have just went to the waist, just like the original picture. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Up next, we have Bettina. I thought this was gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I wish it was a little bit longer. I would have loved the nice little train behind her. Now, I'm not familiar with this look here, so I don't know if there was a train or not. But me personally, I would have loved like a little train behind this. But other than that, this looks amazing. Again, bring the wig down just a little bit, honey. You're getting to that 5-head territory. Let's bring that down a little bit. But other than that, good. Just look at it. Like, this really works for me. It really does. So up next is Ruby Rose. I like it. I think it's the wig choice for me. I wish it was kind of somewhat similar to this, and even just like a short little, updo, or maybe even just this elaborate updo, just something so that we can really have a separation from the hair and the collar of that jacket. Yeah. Up next, we have Miranda. This was stunning. This was stunning. The inspiration was there. The body, the padding on this is amazing. I thought Miranda did a really good job here. Just so beautiful. So beautiful. Now, I didn't catch the reference with the missing tooth. Does this model have a missing tooth? Because I don't know. So y'all let me know down in the comments. Does this model have a missing tooth? Thank you. And then last but definitely not least is Organza. And if you can't tell by the number of screenshots I got, she ate this up. She really did. This was just everything that I needed in my life. You see the inspiration. It's all good. I wish she would have done feathers. But at the same time, all good here. All good here. So we have all of our beautiful queens here. And my favorite look of the week, I'm actually torn between Naza and Organza. And if LaCresha, if you're watching this, skip ahead a few seconds because I always fuss at her for this. But I'm not going to choose. I'm going to choose both Naza and Organza. I thought they did an amazing job on this runway. So now let's quickly run through the acting challenge. Like I said, it was a typical Drag Race acting challenge. It was what it was. And like I said, I just felt like they did the best that they could with it. Shannon did the best that she could playing a dead person. I did like that little bit at the end where her character came back to life but then got killed again. These two. Miranda, I thought she did a good job here. Tristan didn't do bad. But you could tell Tristan was in her head. You could tell she was constantly thinking of the lines and she wasn't really like present in the moment. And there was like a few moments where she really could have stole the scene, but because she didn't overact in those moments, it took away. Like at one point when she yelled silence, that could have been a real moment for her. But it was like silence, and I'm like, no, honey, give us, say silence. Tell everybody shut up. But she did, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got another one of Tristan. Oh, Organza and Naza, 8. Oh my goodness, I couldn't keep my eyes off of them during the whole time. Like, they really came in and stole the scene. And then we have Malunzine and Helena. I thought they did good. I thought they did good for what they were given. I felt like Malunzine. Oh God, I'll have to get this baby's name down. Malunzine. I believe it's Malunzine. I'll have it down by next week. I'll sit down and practice saying this baby's name because I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied on it. But I felt like at times she was doing too much, and I felt like there were times where Helena wasn't doing enough. So it kind of like bounced off of each other since they were right next to each other. And then we had Dallas DeVille. She was okay. Okay. Moving on to Ruby Rose. I feel like the same thing. I feel like she was just okay. Honestly, after she had her little moment here, she kind of just blends in with the rest of them. Like, you really don't see much from her. And then we had Bettina and Aquarella. Bettina, I thought she was great. I thought it was funny. I loved the little raspiness in the voice. And Aquarella, she was just kind of there. Like, even with her few lines, she didn't command the scenes like she needed to. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, you know, okay. But overall, I thought this was a acting challenge on Drag Race. And the queens did the best that they could with it. So, after they watched the video, Drag Queen announced that our tops this week is Helena, Miranda, I'm sorry, Oh, let me just look at my notes. I'm trying not to look at my notes. It's just, I'm going to look at them. So the top was Organza, Helena, and Miranda, with the bottoms being Aquarella, Malunzine. Oh, those are safe. I'm sorry. The bottom being Bettina, Dallas DeVille, and Tristan. Now, I am really shocked that Bettina was in the bottom. Me personally, I was. If I was judging this, I would have had Organza, Naza, and Malunzine. I'm gonna get her name down. Oh no, not Malunzine, Miranda. I would have had Miranda, Organza, and Naza in the top, with Tristan, Dallas, and Aquarella in the bottom. I would have did a double win this week. I would have gave it to both Organza and Naza because I felt like they ate the runaway and they ate the challenge. And then in the bottom two, I would have had Aquarella and I would have had Tristan. Yeah, I would have Tristan and Aquarella. Them two were the weakest to me in both categories. So we find out that Organza is the winner. Whoop. Second win in a row. First two challenges. Boom, boom. 2 pins. Oh, baby. Just put the crown on it now. But we find out that the bottoms was Christian and Dallas. They lip sync to this song here. I'm going to try to pronounce it. Cacharonas? By Luisa Sonza. This lip sync was interesting to say the least. Tristan didn't know the words. And then Dallas, I don't really know what Dallas was doing, to be honest with you. She was just kind of, like, she knew the words. Like, that was the biggest thing there. And, like, even Greg Queen was like, what's going on here, sis? Like, Tristan, and that's, like, one of my biggest fears, like, if I would ever get on Drag Race or just start doing drag in general, is forgetting the words in front of an audience. And I'll be like, oh, crap. So, like, and I just know Tristan is, like, inside, like, shit. And Dallas knew the words. And she was doing something on that stage, okay? So we find out that Dallas won the lip sync, which I do agree because, you know, she didn't know the words. Which unfortunately means we have to say goodbye to Tristan. I thought Tristan was going to make it a little bit further. I really did. But we'll miss you, honey, and we'll see you at the reunion. So they dance to the moon, to the moon. And we find out that next week the library is going to be open. And they're going to be doing a design challenge. 2 of my favorite challenges. So I am really intrigued to see how this is going to turn out next week. So I know this was real quick and simple. This week has been crazy, y'all. I was supposed to do this on Wednesday, but between this job, new business that I just started, it was a lot. And honestly, I completely forgot one day. Like, I was like, my plan was to come home Wednesday, record this, put it out. I'm at work on Thursday, and I'm on Twitter, and somebody mentioned Drag Race Brazil, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to record my cover, not my cover, but my review. And I'm like, I can't do it tonight. I have orders that I got to get ready for the next day. So yeah, next week should be a lot easier for me. So we should be back on our scheduled date. But I thank y'all so much for watching and understanding my nonsense. Once again, I'm going to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a great day. Bye.